Hi, welcome back today to day 22 of hashtag Play Your Hand. This is a challenge to make a hand of 5 journal cards from various supplies. Day number 22. Still haven't found my. Actually, I think I did find them, but I'll use that one. We're making journal cards today with maps and some other miscellaneous things to go with them. Just another way to try different supplies to make things. This is a piece of product packaging, so I was going to use miscellaneous cards today. This is a business card. This is not down real smooth, but you can write over it. This is a piece of back of a tablet, was a divider in a box. So this is the writing side. I have several playing cards. That one got a little damp. We'll set that one aside. So we have more than we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll put these aside for later. So what do we want to do with these? First of all, we'll just start off with one of these cards and do something very basic by covering it with map page. This is one of the map things I have. We have a lot of writing pages we can use, and then we have a variety of different maps. Like this has a lot of water, but that might be good to pair it sometime with some sea creatures or boats. I think we're looking for a little more compact like this. So you have the pastel colors, and then you have the yellow, green, brown showing the mountains. These show political, population, vegetation, and rainfall, so they're a little different. It's Europe. So you can see they just kind of repeat. Here's the United States, here's the Middle West, the South, and the Northeast. Here's the whole United States, and then Alaska and Hawaii. That's nice where they're on the same page. Usually they're inserts so far apart. So this, we could get Alaska on one. This, yeah, usually in inserts. There's the United States. A lot of these are pastel. Here's some other different colors. This shows religions, principal religions. This shows Indo-European, Uralic. So this is languages. A lot of different things in here. This is a fairly old book. It's from 1965. So let's see. Here's landforms. And these are small enough we could get a big enough section on a card. We could do like South America. I think the easiest way might be to trace them with a pencil, and maybe I'll trace it let's see, if we wanted to get Africa later, we could maybe move over here like this. Maybe cut this just, whoops, slippery little back of the card, because these cards are slippery. Might be actually easier to put this paper side down so it doesn't slip. So we could do this one with South America. Maybe this one, we could go over here and do China and Russia. Way up high enough. In this region of the world. good uses of our pages, because I didn't see what was on the back. You can get all kinds of different maps. Let's see, maybe I'll do, maybe I'll do Africa on this one. Take them off one page for right now. So those are both in portrait position. And they don't have to cover the whole card. We could put something else down as well. This is our landform page. So let's set this aside and cut these out. Like I said, I'm going to go just a tad over in case I don't get it on exact. You can always erase the pencil line. Like they say, measure twice, cut once. Cut once, measure twice, except you have to do the measuring first. These little bits that we're not using, those would make good collage pieces. So it's handy to put your scraps that are usable, like maybe the page number or something else that you might use. Do we go all the way over here? I think we do. Into a container based on its subject matter. So if you're going to do collage, you just pull out your collage bin. Okay, so let's do these two. I think that's like that. To make sure they're sticking. Let's see, do I have my Yoo-Hoo is very good at sticking on there. I think it's wandered on my desk. But art glitter glue really does as well. It's just, you don't want to get lumps. I think I'm gluing this on the wrong side, but I'm already committed and I know there's just a word on the back, so we'll just have to put something decorative back there. So that's okay, we'll make do. Sometimes you just have to embrace your mistakes and move along. Okay, line this up as best we can, kind of center it. See, it says clown back here. You want to get all that glue to adhere, so it's good to buff it down. Or some people have good luck without doing all that, but I don't. I'm doing better if I put it all down. I find it interesting that I had enough clown to have a whole category of clown. Not really a big clown fan. I know some people are. Now I don't know that I care if I have any clown. So see, that makes an interesting card. See if I can reach over here. I forgot to grab. That's not it. Sorry about my reach. My corner rounder. Thought I had gathered all my supplies I needed, but I didn't get my distress ink either, but I think I can grab that too. My new desk arrangement, things are kind of handy. Okay, let's put this on the right side this time. This extra shininess of the cards, I think the art glitter glue is better than the glue stick. Although I think the Yoo-Hoo is better than the Scotch one for sticking on slippery surfaces. Turn it over and get it in the right place before we push. This dries fairly quickly. Gives you a little bit of time to move it though. I picked out a few things that might be fun to put on here. I don't have handy some that I thought would make nice additions, although the maps from this book don't really have roads. I thought cars would be really nice with a road, or airplanes would be good with any of them. I got some things though that I thought might go good with it. But you can use your imagination and see what you think would be nice from just a little piece of torn paper for an edge. I do like that side, but we do need to cover up. See, it needs to go this way. I think I'd like to find some blue piece instead, though. Does that cover it up? Almost. Maybe I'll just tear a piece here. Is that long enough? Let's see. It needs to go a little further. Okay, we need to go on this. Whoops, hope I'm in this screen area. At least on that side, to make sure that little ledge gets down. And you still have plenty of room to write, and it makes something a little decorative on the other side. Let's see, we have, that's the top, and this is Antarctic area, so it's not the same area, but it's mostly just the blue of the ocean and the grid. And you have plenty of room over here to write, and you can still add some kind of graphic as well. We could have done that before we rounded the corner, but this worked out. So now we have, oops, our card like this and the back, and our card like this and the back. We'll put some decorations on those. Let's see, now we have these three. This, I'm gonna put that together. I think if we can find one that has that yellow and brown, I have something that would go with it. This has a lot. Oops. I need something though that's this much. Maybe I need to do this. Just thinking how this will go. I think this will work. We'll try the glue stick on this one. This glue stick is about at the end. Actually, it is at the end. This is just a little experiment of what we could do to make them not just maps on a card, although we'll add some additional things to those. Sky's the limit, whatever you want to do. Want this to be on top. So I think, hopefully I'm doing this right. I think we want it over here. Doesn't matter about that, not really. So glue this on. We want to get it as flat as we can. This will make our newsprint a little more sturdy. Get the bubbles out if we can. A little bit of a bubble there. Can this still fit up here at the Europe corner? That would fit. Let's do the art glitter glue though. Hopefully this is strong enough to not bust through where this hole is, although we could always put some kind of ribbon or dangle, but I was thinking of putting this curve at the top of the card instead, so I was going to ignore the hole. So I'll put this up here. Cover this up. We still have this little one to do. We could, why don't we just, let's make sure we have this one on. Oh, this one is not on the green where I thought it was. So this is more of an ocean, but that's okay. This one will be more green. So this is the business card. And we could put them on this side and use what's on the back, but I want to use the green and the brown, so I'm going to put it over here. Oops. And is it big enough to go this way? It is. I think we get a little more variety of color. I think the palm of my hand and pushing down with the edges here seems to work well for me. Also the back of my thumb, so you can see what works good for you. Haven't cleaned my scissors recently, and so they're kind of extra sticky and continue to collect more sticky. And I got a bubble there. Okay. If you wanted this rough edge to show, you could do that. Piece of map. If you're just doing basic covering with maps, then these are really quick. It's when you add multi-layers and fold outs and pockets and other things on them that then they start taking a little more time, but there's still not very much time. There's some scraps we can use. That one that will go this way, and this business card one can go up that way. And now this, I don't see my folds any longer, so I'm gonna have to refold it. Okay, I made it to go on the card. as a pull-out, whoops, lots of journal space. Get that on good, but maybe we'll spread it a little bit so it's not so thick. Wipe that off and get our map right side up. Guess we want it to go this way. I want to get this on here as straight and lined up as possible. Like I said, I did have fold lines, but it smoothed them all out when I glued the map page to it. So it's important to get it on straight as much as you can. So this is the back of the card. This is the inside. I'm gonna want to, and scoring this would probably make it easier too. I'm just gonna do it by hand. I'm carefully, slowly trying to line this up with the edge of the card. Like that, except need to be a little straighter. And then get this side over here to line up. Like I said, if you did the scoreboard, it'd probably be better. I'm trying to line up these sides and this, and then I made this to be a little tab. Okay, let's see. Trim this little bit that's over the edge. Maybe we'll do the corners again if we can. This is really thick. No, it's too thick to get in there. So we're just gonna have to do our best with the scissors to round this back out. Okay, so it still needs some decoration, but this is the journal card with the regular playing card. You have all this writing room, and you have this fold down here, and on this side you have all this map. And to hold it closed, you could go around this way and hold it closed. Still would open there, so I think we'll just go this way. We could take this one and put it on the side. We could have this to hold this closed, although it's not going to hold the whole thing closed. So what would we like to decorate it? We have yellow, brown, and green, and we have beige. And the part of the world we have is, we have northern South America, or I'm sorry, Africa, that's what I meant to say. So I don't know if we want a palm tree. Some of the areas might have palm trees. We have this design, but I don't think that that is fitting as well. We have some graph paper. Taking the path less traveled. color-wise, this doesn't necessarily fit, but it's kind of nice. This is kind of nice. That's thick like a journal card. We have blue, which looks nice. We have, I'm not sure, we have grungy. I think I might go with the palm trees because I think it's the best that I have. Maybe some of this on here. Normally you could write here, but this could be a little tuck, I suppose. We could make that a pocket and then put a card in there. Let's do that instead. And then we don't need to put as much design there. We could just do maybe the palm tree. Or we could do a little house. Let's do this. We do have washi tape too. This gives it something interesting to look at underneath. You can tuck this into a pocket and you could hook it on the page or even glue the back of it to a page. Let's put the little butterfly on. Something fun to find when you pull out the card, and the yellow looks nice with that. You could make a card out of this, maybe about here. That's 3. Shorter than this. This is 2.5, so why don't we do 2 1/4? It's pretty flowers on the back, but we'll put this side on the front. And we'll just do a little corner round. Where was the little house I had? This could be the journal side and this could be the picture side. Put a little house on here, like your map going home. This is a generalized house, so it could be nice no matter what part of the world you come from. Sorry for my reach, but at least I can reach and it is organized. Okay, just stress this a little bit. Later on we could add a word about traveling or home or village, something that might be nice to you on here. Let's see. I don't like it exactly under that. If we put it over here, we got room for something there. There we go. So we can just stick that in there. And then we have this map page, we have writing, and we have this writing, plus you can write some underneath. So that's a more involved one. You have these two to decorate still in this one. Let's see. I have this little sticker, which the white then would come off. This is the Atlantic Ocean. This would be nice with a boat. I thought one of these would make a nice pocket on one of these. Could maybe do that instead. Maybe put the house on here. We have another one of these little houses. We have some more butterflies. Wish I had a boat. Don't. This is London and Paris. Could just put a ticket over here. Perhaps with some black. Palm tree looks nice with it, but it doesn't go theme-wise. I have this little scrap flowers. Could do that. I actually somewhere have a whole bunch of Eiffel Towers, which I could add on here later, and actually color-wise they wouldn't look bad with that. So why don't we do that with this one? I think the road ones would be nice too. Especially if you have little houses or cars or other buildings, trucks, things that you could put on. So this one has a little collage in the corner. One had to flip out with a tuck and a card. Put this off to the side of it. Could have made that a tuck, I suppose. These just have single things, and this one is going to have a pocket of maybe your home. That's just a scrap of fabric. I should have done the edges of the ticket. Well, that's the best I can do. This is a cardstock kind of moth, I'm pretty sure. Usually they're thin copier paper. Him flying out here in the Tick Ocean. Our Atlantic isn't showing. So maybe later we'll add an Eiffel Tower or some other words. I was going to have that sticking up, but now it's still down. Whoops. Hang on. Try the glue here. Cut off this part. We could do road maps another time. I really want to put on my palm tree, but I'm not sure where all they have palm trees. I know they do in south part of America and the south part of North America, and they have them down into Mexico and the Caribbean, I believe they do, but how far down south, I don't know, although we do have Mexico and Central America. So maybe we should put this on here, put the house down here. Be daring and put it on. Oops. I like that it has, all the pieces are very skinny, so they don't cover up a lot of the map. We'll reinforce this glue with a little bit of art glitter glue. I hadn't really heard of this until I started watching journalers online. I'm not sure who the first person I heard it from. Let's see if we stick that off the edge a little bit. It's kind of like going right through Central America and obliterating most of it. Kind of anchors it though. So now we have a palm tree and a little house. Just a little tiny bit over the edge. So there's that one, this little house. We could put it on by itself or back it. I think we'll go with by itself. It looks more pastel. And then, like I said, we can add some words or something, or label. Okay, I have to have a big finishing up party for all my ones that are missing labels. Okay, there's that one. Now this one, we make this a pocket, so unfortunately there goes our Caspian Sea. And the Aral, is that how you say it? A-R-A-L, whoops, see? Okay, this is a tad too wide, so I'm gonna center it. That might mean that my glue doesn't quite adhere. I might have to do the sides. Or I might have got it there enough. I might not have. Put a little bit more. We can maybe cut a little tag for it too. Hope you're having fun with the maps if you have some to do. Curve these corners too. We now just have the white line at the top and the bottom, but that's okay. Any other ones we didn't get curled? I think we got them all. So let's cut a tag for this one. We'll go with the same stuff. Let's see, we'll go this way. So we'll get this in here. Make it about like that. So excited that my space is getting, so I can find things in reach space. Decide I want something, it's handy, and I even have a pair of scissors nearby. So we have this little one, see if it fits. It does. So give it a tag corner. There's a trick where you can turn this around if you haven't seen this. Stick it back in the other corner, or you can make yourself a template, or you can buy a punch that punches the same. Okay, Okay, we'll see how these look distressed and see what we've made. This paper looks really nice distressed. And I'm happy that most of this wine red color is not showing on this tag because it doesn't go as well with this. Could even put this in that way. That looks nice. And can turn it over the other way. Okay, we have that one. We have Mexico, Central America, South America with a palm tree and a little house. We have Africa with a little house. And I think it needs something else, but we'll have to wait till we find something. And then this part is Europe. And I think we'll put Paris Eiffel Tower perhaps on here when I find where that is. I know I have scrapbook paper that has it on it that I have fussy cut some of them. And I didn't do that. And this one we had something on the back and our whoopsie of doing the wrong side, but we just made it into a decorative strip on the back, which made it nice. I was curious about my kind of bumpy areas here, if I kind of go over them, whether they would show up more. Just give it a little different look. Let's see if I can quickly reach the Eiffel Tower. I need the pin to my glue. We didn't use any washi tape. I don't see the pin to my glue. We'll resolve that in a minute. So these are big magnetically closed boxes from, I think I got them at Michael's or Joann's, one of the two. I was collecting a lot of my little fussy cut stuff in here. These are things, so there's tickets, jewelry, miniature playing cards. This is food. Oh look, here's some airplanes. That will be nice. I'm not sure where the Eiffel Tower will be. That's money. And then this is writing. It's not there, so we'll take the airplane. Let's see in this one. Got some jewels. Some stamps, those would be nice. This is little leaves, some die cuts, some other stamps. We could look at stamps if we don't find what we're looking for. Here's some stamped images. Stamped things, locations, nature stickers, little things. So I'm not finding the Eiffel Tower real easily, so I'm not going to keep you while I rummage. Let's just check to see if we want to put an airplane on one of these. That already has several things. This is the one that needs something. This one. Where's our fifth one? Oh, they're together. Okay. So we could put a postage stamp or something on South America. We have airplanes and helicopters. Here's my pin for my glue. And we have stamps. Maybe there's a stamp that relates to the area or an airplane or something. Oops. There's someone on a boat, but I think that's more like in Athens. We could even put a flower on there, a stamp. Let's see, I'm not finding anything in this one, and these might repeat. Oops. Fussy cuts, they're not actual stamps. Yeah, I'm not seeing, put these over here, I'm not seeing any boats or whatever. I think that one doesn't. These are also postage stamps. A lot of these are really quite big, though. They would really cover up a large portion of our picture. So several Australia ones to keep in mind. Okay, so I think we'll go with an airplane, and I kind of like this one going that way, or the green one. Well, the yellow one flying down is kind of nice, but it blends in too much. I think the pink one, because it stands out. And we do have pink in there, so that's good. Oops. Just some extra glue because these are older stamps. They're kind of an iridescent shininess. We'll just have it flying across the continent. And then I this is a weird edge here. I think I'd like to cover it with something. Could do green. That doesn't match. That's not really matching. That's more in the same family. We could try that. This works good with glue stick to add a little glue to the back. This will firm up this pocket edge. I'd like to roll it over, so I'm going to go about halfway. Now, because it's already a pocket, I can't completely do that right here, but if I cut it at an angle, perhaps slightly more of an angle. Oops. That one's not bad. This one needs to be just a tad more. Whoops, that might be a little too much, but oh well. Now if we take this and tuck it, just easy, she says. Just tuck it. How hard can it be? Still doesn't have a straight edge, but at least it's reinforced. Okay. And where's my card that went in there? Here it is. Should we put this one on here? No, I think that's just too much. Okay, let's call it done. Cover up our glue. This is challenge number 22 of hashtag Play Your Hand of August 2024. I'm not sure where my 22 has wandered. This is miscellaneous cards and maps, and we made this one with just a solid map, but also a trim on the back and a couple stickers. This one is map, solid on the back, and we've used a calendar piece to make a pocket and some scrapbook paper to make a tag. This one is a playing card that opens up to make journaling space. Plus it has a side tuck with the card from scrapbook paper. And on the back we have map and more journaling space. This is also a playing card with a couple stickers and journaling space. And this one is a product packaging with a little collage of things here and the rest of the map, since this was mostly ocean. And I may add an Eiffel Tower, I may not. And journaling on the back. So there we have it. Number 22, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 world map, hand of cards, journal cards from Maps. Thank you for joining me for day 22 of our challenge. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow on day 23. Take care.